Hi! This video is about what to pack for this summer, including my recommendations and tips and tricks I've learned over the past few years. Also things that are Carolina Crown and Colorguard specific. And I'm also going to do a rundown of what your spring training days will be like, and tour days and show days and all that stuff. So hopefully I can help you out so you have a better idea of what to expect. Remember, everything you pack needs to be for a reason. You do not want extra weight to carry around for 3 months. If your family or your friends come to a show, you can drop it off with them, but we don't go to the post office or anything for you to mail at home. Just try to be thinking about that with everything you pack. First of all, you need a pretty nice, pretty good size suitcase. I really recommend the kind that have the 4 wheels that spin in all directions. It's just really easy to push them. It's a lot nicer. If you are going to march for more than 1 year, definitely invest in a good one. It will be worth it. And my biggest tip and recommendation is do not bang down every flight of stairs that you see. If there's like a hill or a handicap ramp, take it. And as soon as it's broken, you are not allowed to bring it into the housing site because we can't scratch the floors. You are also going to need a nice backpack to bring to rehearsal every day. Pretty heavy duty with really well working zippers, lots of compartments I like personally, to help stay organized because you don't want to be digging through your backpack when you get a 1-minute water break and you really need your chapstick. So you're also probably going to need, especially for the Colorguard, a smaller bag or backpack that's like your show day bag. When you're showering, getting ready for the show, your suitcase is already going to be packed, so you need a small thing to put like your warm-up clothes in, your makeup, your shower stuff, whatever else that you can just keep on the bus and carry around with you. Kind of any bag will work for that, but you're just going to want a designated bag. Let's start with clothes. You are going to need about 2 weeks worth of everything because we only do laundry every 2 to 2.5 weeks. And you want to make sure that everything you bring you're going to wear. So I always pick out a ton of stuff and then I try everything on just to make sure like I like it, it fits right, I'm gonna want to wear it when it's really hot and everything. And one tip I have is to check in the kids section. Some of it is lower quality, but most of it's like half the price of the adult stuff and perfect for a drum corps. I know if you go to Target in the workout section for girls, spandex is still $25, and like I said, you're gonna need 15 pairs of shorts, so that's a lot of money to invest. But also, if you invest in nicer stuff, or just whatever, remember that you can use it the next couple of years. Just think about that. Check the kids section, it's a lot cheaper, and for drum corps it's perfect. For shorts, I almost always wear spandex. I don't really wear Sophie shorts or anything, but that's just my preference. You can easily wash them in the shower when you're getting low, so I might only bring 14, and if we go over a couple days, just wash them in the shower. It's kind of gross. You can hang them up in your dorm room or on tour. You can hang them up on the bus. The Horn line only gets like 3 or 5 pairs of shorts and they just keep washing them in the shower, so it's not that gross. It's drum corps. It's fine. You are also going to need about 14 tank tops and shirts. Gardner-Webb University, where we do our spring training, is a Baptist college and we are not allowed to show our stomachs for girls. You can do like a tube top so that you don't get tan lines, but yeah, you have to have your stomach covered. Also, we eat in the dining hall. You need to wear a full t-shirt, like sleeves up to the neck. If you have a couple of like the lightweight runner jogger t-shirts, they're nice because they're lightweight and you can put them on when you're sweaty and it's no big deal. You're also going to need some t-shirts to practice in, which kind of stinks. Our field is right next to a big gym convention center that they hold graduations and parties and whatever else in, so they need us to be modest and not running around half naked on the field next to it. So mostly the t-shirts are for spring training, and you can buy like in the guys section like the 6-pack of Hanes Your Way white t-shirts and then just throw them away at the end. As for tank tops, I recommend the ones that are $3.97 at Walmart, usually folded on some sort of table in the women's or junior section. They're cheap, pretty breathable, and you can easily take the spaghetti straps down. You're also going to need a few full black outfits. Most of my shorts are black anyways, and then a couple tank tops that have no big graphic design, little tiny logos and stuff is fine. The Colorguard wears black during certain ensembles, so you're not going to need a ton, but probably bring 2, 3 socks. You will need lots of socks. Probably at least 3 weeks worth. If it rains and they just get gross, they're socks. For girls, at Walmart they have a 6-pack of novelty socks with weird neon designs and stuff like that. 6-pack for $5, which is pretty cheap. For guys, I don't really know. I wouldn't invest in like really nice socks or anything unless you really think they help your feet. Girls, you're gonna need a bunch of sports bras, again, 2.5 weeks worth. A lot of people use the cotton Fruit of the Loom ones. I think a 3-pack is $9 at Walmart. I usually get the ones that are like spandex and have little removable cup pad things in them. I've gotten them at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. They're about $12 or $13, and I just saw they have Avia brand ones at Walmart. I know they're a little more expensive, but again, if you're gonna be marching for a couple summers, it's fine to invest in them. Almost all of the ones that I'm bringing this summer I got 2 years ago, and they're still fine. They kind of get a little dingy and washed out, but they're fine. They work great. One thing we do over the summer is you take the straps down and you take the bottom part that's really tight elastic and you flip it up so it's up here. It like makes it inside out, and it helps a lot because it's tight up here and you can run around and do color guard and be strapless. You're basically only gonna need one warm outfit, so like a sweatshirt, sweatpants, and a long sleeve if you want. The only times it's really cold are in the dorms, in some housing sites, and on the bus. Also, I'm gonna bring kind of lightweight pants for the mornings of spring training to wear over my shorts before dance block gets really crazy. While you're packing your practice clothes, I would keep in mind our hype days, and we do Tube Sock Tuesday as well as Tie-Dye Tuesday. On Wednesdays we wear pink, from Mean Girls of course. We have Catterday, which is all sorts of cat attire on Saturdays. We do Twin Day, which you can be, you know, accidental twins and find out someone has the same shorts and wear it on Twin Day. Or you can get like a full outfit on a Walmart run or something. It's up to you and your twin what you guys want to do. We do War Hype, so all camo and black paint on our regional days. We usually have a rainbow day, so you wear like all one color. I usually wear all purple, and the color guard makes a beautiful rainbow and we take a picture and it's really fun. We do Kesha Glitter Hype, and that's just basically anything with sequins and glitter on it. Plus people bring like jars of glitter and sprinkle it on themselves, which is kind of gross. Every day is Sequin Sparkly Headband Hype Day. I have a ton of them. I know they sell them at Claire's. It's like a cute way to spice up your rehearsal outfit. I do not know if we'll need them this year, but I would pack a couple pairs of black long tube socks for shows. Anytime I mention a warm-up outfit at spring training, we're going to get fitted for a tank top and shorts, and that's what we wear during our warm-ups before shows, so you don't need to worry about that, just so you know. Girls, you're going to need a strapless bra, a tan one, with not that much like lace or anything, not that many lines, because you do not want to have to try to shop for one at a Walmart run. You're gonna want a couple free day outfits. You can look cute when we have a block or two off during spring training and 1 or 2 free days this summer, and also after shows I usually kind of dress up a little so I can take pictures with my friends in other corps or whatever. I would bring like 4 or 5 outfits, and I would make sure that you can kind of mix and match them so that you get more options. One tip I have for organizing your suitcase is using the clear things that come on bed sheets and comforters, and I put all my shirts in one folded, all my sports bras, all my socks in one, and it helps keep my clean clothes organized so I can just like pick from each thing. Also, you're gonna need a laundry bag to put all your dirty clothes in, and I would recommend the ones that have like a bunch of holes in them if you're gonna leave it in your suitcase so it kind of like airs out, because it kind of gets nasty. One of the most important things is the sneakers you pick for tour. You need to, first of all, try to break them in a little before you come, but you need to invest in those. They need to get you through the summer. They're gonna go through wear and tear. They need to be supportive on your feet. When we move into spring training, you will get orthotics, like arch support things, but you need to make sure your shoes are comfortable. A lot of people bring 2 pairs for like when it rains, or if you're getting blisters or something, to switch it up, so you can do that. The second pair can maybe be a little cheaper or whatever, but you need a really good pair of shoes. I recommend a couple pairs of flip-flops, like the ones for $2.50 at Old Navy. You need them for the shower, definitely, and I also like to keep a pair in my rehearsal bag, so as soon as we go to lunch, I peel off my sneakers and put those on to kind of air out. Helps with your sock tan line, because that is going to be really cute this summer, trust me. We are not allowed to wear earrings, nose rings, lip rings. I don't know about tongue rings, but you just cannot wear them during the show, during rehearsal, whatever. But no jewelry when we perform. And when we go to warm up, you can wear the clear, like plastic retainer kind of things, but they just need, everything needs to come out when we go on to perform. And I know that is bad, it kind of stinks. I have ear piercings too, and you're like, it's gonna close up and it's terrible, but that's what I'm telling you now, to prepare for that and get those plastic retainer things if you want to do that. It's just a professionalism thing. It looks kind of cheesy when everybody has different earrings. Also, when we're talking about jewelry, do not bring anything expensive. You're only really gonna wear it on free days or after the shows or something, so don't bring anything that nice, nothing you want to lose or break. Okay, so let's talk about laundry. On tour, we're gonna do laundry every 2 to 2.5 weeks. So that's why you're going to need a good amount of clothes. And like I said before, you can wash like sports bras and spandex in the showers, and it's kind of gross, but if you're running low, it's fine. It's drum corps. In the dorms at Gardner Webb, we have access to free laundry, but when you get out late, you're not going to want to do it that often. So figure you'll do it a couple weeks in and then kind of right before we go on tour. But be strategic because everybody's trying to do their laundry. So usually I do it like 5 days before we go on tour, and then I ask my friend that's doing it, last minute, can I throw in like a couple shirts and a couple shorts with them. As far as stuff for actually doing laundry, Purex at least used to make these 3-in-1 sheets with detergent, fabric softener, and then it went in the dryer. I don't know if they make them anymore though, and if not, I recommend the not gel pods, like the powder ones. And also, I usually get a pack of laundry sheets anyway, and periodically take a couple out and put them in my suitcase and my practice bag because it helps freshen up the smell of drum corps that will reach everything that you own. You get used to it though, it's fine. You're also going to want a couple rolls of quarters. You can go to the bank and get them. Some of the laundry mats we go to are all high tech now, and you have to get a laundry like credit card thing, and it's really annoying, but most of them usually they just take quarters and put them in. And you'll be surprised that doing a load of laundry costs like $5, so prepare for that. I did not know that laundry costs that much, I guess. Okay, let's talk about rehearsal stuff. I said before you're gonna need a really good backpack. I like a bunch of compartments. Make sure the zippers work really good, that it's comfortable on your back. You're gonna need a 1-gallon red Coleman water jug. Everybody always buys the exact same one. Do not go for the half-gallon one. That's not enough water, trust me. As the color guard, usually decorate it with duct tape or whatever you want. Make sure that's a waterproof thing. You're also going to need a very large carabiner to hook your water jug to your backpack strap so you don't have to carry it when you walk. And they sell them at Walmart in like the tool section, I think. You're going to need 2 dot books, which are the index card notebook things, and you're going to need 2 shoelaces, and we use those for our drill. I would also recommend small fanny packs that attach to your body tightly. Cut down on the wear and tear of your dot book. They get all the elements thrown at them, plus you rolling and hitting them and everything. Also, so it's not as flappy and annoying, because I really hate wearing them, and it kind of helps if you have a fanny pack. They make them for like runners. I've seen them at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and also like expensive Nike ones or whatever. With the dot book, you're also going to need a pencil. I have like really the mini mechanical pencils. I don't know. They're kind of great for drum corps because they don't take up that much space and stab you as much. I always keep a light rain jacket in my backpack for when it starts sprinkling and whatever. Also, garbage bags and Ziploc bags for electronics. We usually go inside when it starts raining, the color guard that is. The horn line usually has to stick it out. Still will be out there when it's sprinkling and whatever, so you just want to cover your stuff. You are going to need a lot of sunscreen, especially in the beginning of this whole thing until you build up a really nice tan. If you burn, you're still going to be outside 24/7, so avoid it at all costs. Also, I recommend bug spray. You don't need it. But spring training, nights, and also someplace on tour, there's a lot of mosquitoes and other bugs, so it's nice to have. Sunglasses, I like wearing them. We are allowed to for the most part, but you need to make sure that they're really tight on your head, that they're not going to fly off or even slide during a rep. You need to do everything full out, and they cannot affect you. Also, I think the color guard is allowed to wear hats, but for the most part, no one does. And they kind of just get in the way of all your equipment work anyway, so stick with sunglasses if you really want something. I recommend knee pads. You do not need them, but sometimes we'll just get working on a dance thing forever and ever, and it's just nice to have some padding. Even when we're on the grass on the color guard fields get really dried out, really pokey, so it's kind of nice to have knee pads if you're going to be rolling around on the ground all the time. You will need to bring lots and lots of white electrical tape to tape our flags, rifles, and sabers. We keep our equipment pretty, but also it's a safety thing. The glue or adhesive melts in the sun and then it slides, and for one it gets sticky and annoying, but also your bolts will fly off of your flags and hit people. That has actually happened. It's a really terrible thing. You do not want to be the person, hey, do you have any tape? Because it is super annoying Just bring your own, bring a lot of it. Also, probably bring black tape, but we don't use it as much. Also, bring Sharpies because we write our name on everything. If you steal someone's flag, you are a really bad person. Also, bring scissors. I mean, you can just rip the tape, but when we do contact paper, you're gonna need to actually cut it. There's a lot of things on tour that you like forget you need scissors for, like opening packages or something. I don't even know. But scissors are really handy in general. I usually just keep them in my backpack. Lots of white tape, Sharpies, and scissors, all for making our equipment pretty and safe. Okay, let's talk about being on the bus. Storage and organization is super important because during tour, this is like your personal, permanent space because you're in and out of housing sites all the time, but it's nice to have like your seat. A lot of people use bus boxes under their seat to put snacks and whatever else. I always have used a caddy on the front of the seat, like in front of me. Make sure that it's not gonna affect the person in front of you because that would be really annoying and kind of rude. I've bought like caddy things in the past, but also if you go on Pinterest or just Google seat caddy pattern, so you could easily make one or buy one. Also, a lot of people, including myself, use the plastic suction cup caddy things that go on your shower wall, but we put them on the windows of the bus. Another place to store your cell phone and headphones and iPod and whatever else little stuff. Bungee cords are super important on the bus. Above your seat, there's like two little lip things on the ceiling so you can put your bungee cord right across. Don't worry about the size because you just tie them to make them tighter. Get like a good amount of them, maybe like 5. You can put things up there like clothes to dry, like your towels after you shower. Just more space to store stuff. We also use carabiners a lot on the lip of the bus. There's a good amount of power outlets on the bus, so if you bring power strips, we can hook in a ton of people's phones to charge, which is really, really nice. And also, I recommend everybody bring a power strip because if they don't get used on the bus, you can use them in housing sites. And of course, you can get first dibs to plug in all your electronics. Alright, let's talk about shower stuff. You'll need some sort of caddy. I have an LL Bean waterproof zip-up one. You don't need to spend that much money on it, but I do like mine. I use one of those mesh loofah things that are like $1 at Walmart. They're great. You don't want to have to use a washcloth every day, obviously. And you can just bring it out, put it in your caddy, zip it up. When you get to the next housing site, you really need to open it so it doesn't get moldy in there. That would be really gross. That's always been a good setup for me, is having the waterproof caddy and one of those loofah things. I highly recommend the beach towels they have in the front summer section of Walmart. They are $4, so they're cheap. They're thin, so they dry really fast. Also, they don't take up that much space in your suitcase or wherever. Make sure you wash them before you take them on tour because they have a ton of little fuzzies and they will get all over you. First of all, I do not bring shaving cream. It's just an extra thing to carry around. I just get a really big shampoo and don't get a conditioner. I just bring a leave-in conditioner. My favorite one is a Suave one for less than $3 at Walmart. Liquids are very heavy and the bottles are really bulky, so it kind of is nice to not have that extra stuff. Since we're talking about hair stuff, it is an absolute must that you get really great hairspray for this summer. Aussie Freeze Spray. It's $3.50 at Walmart. It is like a rock. You're gonna be doing your hair basically dripping wet out of the shower. For the past like few years at least, we put our hair in really slicked back ponytails. Just don't look bad with frizzy, gross hair. Please just buy the Aussie Freeze Spray. I swear by it. You're gonna need toothpaste, a toothbrush, and a toothbrush holder, and I highly recommend these little ones that clip on and have some sort of powder in them that make your toothbrush smell minty and also supposedly kills germs. 2 of them for $6. You need deodorant, and I really recommend the gel kind, gel or the liquid roll-on, not like the powder normal stick, because if you get those in the sun and they melt, they just never really go back to the right consistency and they're always really oily. You're gonna want to bring tweezers, nail clippers, a travel pack of Q-tips, makeup remover, even for boys. Eyeliner kind of doesn't just wash off with soap. You're gonna want some sort of makeup wipe or just makeup remover by itself. As for show makeup, we will be providing that, but I always bring my own black eyeliner and black mascara because I kind of just like my own stuff. And we usually do spray airbrush foundation, so you shouldn't have to worry about that, but I bring my own makeup anyway because of free days. You don't need to necessarily, just your own personal preference if you want to bring your own foundation, eyeliner, and mascara. You're going to want to bring a good amount of ibuprofen to help you get through all those tough blocks. And some people bring Excedrin or caffeine pills to help get a little extra boost. Some people like bringing Z-Quil to help them sleep at night, but trust me, you will be exhausted anyway. Shouldn't be too big of a problem to fall asleep when you get the chance. For serious injuries, Carolyn will wrap you up, and if you need medicine because you get sick, like antibiotics or something, you can get that through her. But if you already know you have knee problems or wrist problems or whatever, and you have a brace or go get a brace, bring that. Let's talk about sleeping gear. We are not allowed to have air mattresses at Carolina Crown. A lot of people bring sleeping bags on tour. I personally get a $20 yoga mat at Walmart. I bring a big blanket and my pillow, and that is perfect for me. So now I'm going to talk about what to expect this summer, and we'll start with spring training. We use the facilities at Gardner-Webb University. So we get to stay in dorms. There's a boys' dorm and a girls' dorm. There's air conditioning, real beds for us, nice showers. During the weekdays, we actually eat in the school's cafeteria, and on the weekends, we eat at the food truck. There are 3 grass fields, 1 for each section, and there is our ensemble field, which is a newly renovated turf field, which hopefully we get to use a lot because it will be really, really nice. We have 3 blocks every day. Usually we wake up at 7:45, breakfast 8 to 9, block 9 to 12 or 1. And the color guard is usually at least starts in the gym, and we do a pretty good body warm up and stretch and spinning in the gym too. We have an hour for lunch and then another 3 to 4 hour block that we usually spend outside. Each section during both of these blocks is kind of working by themselves, repping stuff, working on different things. And then we have an hour and sometimes an hour and a half for dinner, which is really, really great. And after that, it depends. Towards the end of spring training, we usually do ensemble, but in the beginning, we're just gonna be in sections again. After our last block, the color guard always spins for a long, long time after block ends. This is mandatory. Spring training, you need to get your stuff down then because you don't want to be on tour worrying about that. So just expect that you're basically going to be spinning all day, every day, and you're not going to get a lot of time to hang out. So this is what you signed up for. You're going to love it. There's a CVS really close to Gardner-Webb, but we don't have that much free time to go there. So when you go, it's kind of a really quick trip. But if you need sunscreen or snacks or whatever during that time, you can get it there. We go on a Walmart run before we head off to tour, and also your family can send things down in the mail during spring training and also during tour. Usually every 2 weeks they bring a shipment of mail to us. We'll also be going on Walmart runs during tour, but those aren't really as scheduled, you know, we don't go every 2 weeks or anything like that, but whenever it's convenient going to the next housing site, we will stop. And also when we do our laundry days every 2 or 2.5 weeks on tour, usually people go run off to the nearest supermarket and restock what they need. So like I said, spring training is 3 blocks of hard work every day at Gardner-Webb, but then you get to go on tour, and that's kind of when the fun starts. And there's 2 types of days. We have rehearsal days and show days. Rehearsal days are kind of like a flashback to Gardner-Webb spring training. Show days is when it gets really fun, where we do 2 blocks, and when we get dinner, we actually go into Eat, Pack, Load, or EPL. So you eat your dinner, you pack up your suitcase and anything in the school, and load it onto the bus, also load all of your equipment, and that's when you get to shower and get ready for the show. And that's usually about an hour and a half. That time goes so quickly, especially in housing sites where everything's really spread out when the showers are here and the food is on the other side of the school. So you just have to learn how to be really efficient. That time can get really, really stressful. After EPL, we usually have about an hour ride from the housing site to the show site. I usually like to relax during this time. I don't want to be stressing out doing my makeup last minute on the shaky bus with eyeliner and everything. Once we get to the show site, we have a little bit of time to go to the bathroom and whatever. You need to have your warm-ups on by then. I usually put my shorts right on after the shower and change my tank top once we get there. I don't want to get makeup on it. We go unload the truck and get ready to go to warm-up, which is usually about an hour, so it's practically another block. And like I said, you have to make sure that your hair and makeup is done really, really well. So once you're done with all that and are actually ready to perform, you still look good. When we're done warming up, we go back to the buses, and we have time to change into our uniform, take out all your earrings like I mentioned before. We go meet with the rest of the drum corps, we have a big talk, go on, we perform, we do great. We come off, we have another meeting about how we did and also logistics of what time everything has to be done by. The color guard has their own meeting, and then we spin. We stay in the parking lot and we spin. If you had any breaks during the show, you take that at least 10 times. You do it until you can do it 10 times without breaking. Leave it at the show site and don't take it any further on tour. We always gotta spin, we always have to improve, so that's what we do after the show. After we're done spinning, you go change out of your uniform into free day clothes or whatever you want. You go eat snack at the food truck, and you can hang out with our corps, people from other corps, and the show's typically already done by the time we're doing all these things, so you won't really get to watch other people perform. We'll have a little bit of time hanging out in the lot and eating and whatever, but we'll have to be in our seat by a specific time so we can head out to the next housing site. And of course, you know, you'll do your sleeping on the bus, get off at like 2 a.m., roll out your sleeping bag, and get to sleep on the floor for a little bit before you get to wake up and do it all over again. I hope this helped with what to pack and what to expect this summer, and if you have any more questions, ask me or ask any other vet, and we will definitely help you out. We're so ready for a great summer, and it's going to be the best experience of your life. See you soon. Bye!